They said yes before God. Here in the islands, I have celebrated many important moments: baptisms, confirmation, First Communion, and feast days. But today is something special. For the first time in my mission here, I am presiding over the sacrament of marriage of a young couple, and seeing them standing before the altar gives me hope. Meet Brendan and Justina. They are young, and like every couple, they cannot know everything the future will bring. Yet today, they are doing something courageous. Before God, their families, and the church, they are saying, "I choose you, not only for today, but for life." Living here has taught me something about commitment. Before crossing the sea, we prepare carefully. We check the boat, the engine, the fuel, and the weather. Because when the destination matters, we prepare for it. Marriage deserves the same seriousness. It is one of life's greatest commitments. For us Catholics, marriage is more than living together, raising children, or holding a beautiful celebration. Marriage is actually a sacrament. It is a sacred covenant in which the love of a husband and wife becomes a visible sign of Christ's love for His church. Their home becomes what the church calls the domestic church, a place where children first learn to pray, forgive, serve, and love. This is why marriage is not only about building a house. It is about building a holy family. And this is the part that always touches me: the vows. They are not promising that everything will be easy. They promise to remain faithful.
Brendan,
wear this ring
as
a sign of my love and loyalty. In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit.
and of the Holy Spirit.
Those are powerful words, because true love is more than emotion. Love becomes real when it becomes a commitment.
His name
For better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, and poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
until death do us part.
until death do us part.
And here is something many Catholics may not know. The priest is not the one who gives the sacrament of marriage to the couple. Brendan and Justina give themselves to each other through their consent. The church receives their vows and blesses their union. Their "I do" becomes more than a promise. It becomes a vocation. A calling to help each other become holy, to raise their family in faith. And perhaps this is the message I hope this wedding can bring to our young people here in the islands. Do not be afraid of Christian marriage. And please, don't think you need a lot of money to receive the sacrament. You don't need an expensive gown. You don't need grand decorations. You don't need a huge reception. Those things can make a wedding beautiful, but they are not what makes the marriage sacred. What matters is the sincere commitment of two people who are properly prepared and ready to place their love in God's hands. The heart of a Catholic wedding is not the celebration around the couple. It is the covenant between them. And personally, this wedding is unforgettable for another reason. It happened on my 35th birthday. Usually, people receive cake, gifts, or maybe gadgets on their birthday. But here on Sideia Island, I receive a wedding. And perhaps this is one of the most meaningful birthday gifts I could receive because it reminds me why I am here. Priesthood is not simply standing at the altar. It is walking with people through life's most important moments and helping them discover Christ within them. Brendan and Justina, today, you begin your life as husband and wife. There will be beautiful days. There will be also difficult ones. There may even come a moment when one of you asks, "Lord, why this person?" When that happens, remember what brought you before this altar. Learn to speak. Learn to listen. Learn to forgive quickly. And most importantly, learn to pray together. A strong marriage is not one without problems. It is one that keeps choosing love in the middle of them. When difficult days come, remember, the sea will not always be calm, but you made a promise before God. So hold on to that promise, hold on to each other, and above all, hold on to Christ. Because when Jesus is in your boat, you never sail alone. From the beautiful Sideia Island in Milne Bay Province, Papua New Guinea, this is Father Islander. One beautiful love, one sacred covenant, one courageous yes before God. See you on our next island journey.